The Army, through much of its history, has been eager to seize and implement the newest ideas in civilian transportation. In the early 1900s, the technology was the motorized truck. The truck was initially seen by the Army as a supplement for the traditional mule and wagon and not a replacement. The first conflict in Army history in which trucks played a major role was the Mexican Punitive Expedition of 1916. Prior to the expedition, the Army had no centralized testing or procurement, which led to the application of 13 different types of off-the-shelf trucks from 8 different manufacturers. The expedition encountered a number of problems with the off-the-shelf products. Without standardization of truck design, the Army needed drivers trained for each type of truck, and repair parts were not interchangeable.
Experiences in the Mexican Punitive Expedition, while validating the use of trucks, also made it clear the Army had to do better. This led to the design and building of the 3-ton Liberty truck, the first standardized truck built for the Army, and the creation of the Motor Transport Corps in 1918.
During the 1920s, the Quartermaster and Ordnance Corps experimented with improved designs. By the 1930s, new trucks based on commercial designs were purchased to replace World War I era trucks. With war raging across the globe, the U.S. Army began purchasing a large number of vehicles from multiple manufacturers. The most numerous and most famous of these were the GMC 6-wheel drive 2.5-ton, known better as the Deuce and a Half.
The Deuce and a Half was a very simple design that was easy to produce and had great versatility. These 2.5-ton trucks were used in every theater of operation during World War II and continued to be used in Korea. The war also produced tractor and trailer combinations for hauling cargo, fuel, and the M26 Dragon Wagon for hauling tanks. One of the greatest achievements in World War II motor transportation came after the Normandy invasion in June 1944. With the absence of a functioning rail system in northern France, trucks had to make up the difference. This dedicated line haul mission became known as the Red Ball Express.
On the eve of the Korean War, a new fleet of durable and more powerful vehicles, using the family of vehicles concept to increase commonality and interchangeability, were planned. The M34 2.5-ton truck and the M54 5-ton cargo truck replaced the Deuce and a Half, while the tractor and trailer combinations evolved into the M52 tractor and the M127 trailer. The M123 tractor replaced the Dragon Wagon for hauling tanks. Modified versions of these vehicles could still be found in the Army units in the early part of the 21st century. Articulated, amphibious, all-terrain tactical vehicles such as the M520 Goer and M561 Gamma Goat were also developed, but proved to be very unpopular and were phased out in the early 1980s.
The designs of the 1950s saw hard service during the Vietnam War, and the threat of convoy ambush gave birth to the gun truck. Hardened with steel and armed with multiple machine guns, these gun trucks served as the primary defense of convoys. The names and artwork on the gun trucks reflected the elan of their crews, creating legends in the Transportation Corps.
On the other side of the world, the sustainment of combat divisions in Cold War Germany created the need for a peacetime line haul that exceeded the capability of the current wheeled vehicle fleet. This resulted in the Army adapting a philosophy in which commercial tractors were used to replace military-designed trucks on the highways. The International Harvester 205 was a pure line haul truck, capable of driving at high speeds over long distances in Europe. This led to the later purchase of the IH-2000D and the M470A.
Post-Vietnam, new designs began to be fielded. As with each generation, the new trucks had increased capabilities. Oshkosh designed the M911 tractor and the M747 trailer, known as the Heavy Equipment Transporter, HET, which was fielded to haul the M60 main battle tank. The 8-wheel drive M977 Heavy Expanded Mobility Tactical Truck, HEMTT, replaced the M520 Goer. The Humvee replaced all tactical vehicles at the company level. The M800 and later 900 series cargo trucks replaced the 5 tons, and the M915 tractor and the M872 trailer became the standard line haul combination. This fleet of trucks would see service through the war in Iraq.
The next evolution in tactical wheeled vehicle design came about as the result of Operation Desert Storm in 1990 and 1991. To reduce the logistical footprint and deliver cargo to the customer, the Army wanted on-load and off-load capability, which led to the design of the palletized loading system in 1993. The M1070 tractor, along with the M1000 trailer, was fielded to meet the transport needs of the M1A1 main battle tank. The family of medium tactical vehicles were designed to replace the long-serving deuce and a halves and 5-ton cargo trucks.
During Operation Iraqi Freedom, the need for additional vehicle protection was again realized after frequent enemy ambushes. Consequently, the Army and industry worked together to design and purchase several evolutions of armored vehicles and armor cab kits. Gun truck design evolved from improvised armor to factory-built add-on armor kits, and then complete fighting platforms such as the M1117 armored support vehicle and the M1151 up-armored Humvee. A fleet of MRAPs, including the Afghanistan-specific MATV, were added by the end of the war. The effects of the war influenced the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, a program originally designed to replace the Humvee, but grew into a different vehicle designed to replace all of the MRAPs and some of the Humvees.
The future holds even greater technological advances in wheeled vehicles that will revolutionize the way wheeled vehicles support the soldier on the battlefield and the structure of the Army as an organization. Technology is moving towards smart vehicles with artificial intelligence that drive themselves and may ultimately include greater innovations in suspension, power, payload, armor protection, IED detection, navigation, communication, vision enhancement, stability, availability, and safety. As we keep moving forward in new technology, the transportation core motto still holds true. Nothing happens until something moves.